Hi everyone, it's Davey from EndlesslyHeSaid. Today I'm doing another record video. This is record video number 6. This video starts off with records that I've been working through from Z through to A. Anyone unfamiliar with the format, I'd really recommend just going back through the videos. I made a little playlist for all of these record videos so you can go check them out in one and find out what's in my vinyl collection. The first record I have is this. This is the Repentance discography. Now, I've unboxed all of my Repentance videos in a completely separate video. I will link that just up here and in the description down below so you can go watch that. As with the other videos, I'm going to just skip over any records that I've already talked about. The next record I have is Renounced Theories of Despair. Now I've shown this record in my best of 2016. Again, I'll link that up here and down in the description so you can go check that out. So I won't unbox this one just yet. The next record I also have is a Renounced record. So this is Renounced, The Melancholy We Ache. So here's the front cover, the record release cover. Here's the back cover, printed in a sleeve. Look at that. I have a version on orange vinyl. I also have a version on black vinyl. Renounced are probably one of my favorite bands in the UK right now. They play this revivalist metalcore, really reminiscent of Seven Angels, Seven Plagues, and Misery Signals, the band that followed that. They have this amazing like 90s turn of the century kind of sound. If you're ever into stuff on Trustkill records or maybe a little bit of old Equal Vision records, you'd probably be really into this band. But amazing band. If you're in the UK and you're not listening to Renounced, or you're across the world and you want to hear some more metallic hardcore, go check them out. The next record I have is actually one of the records that I think probably changed my life, which I'll be making another video for another day. But this is Rancid and Out Come the Wolves. The back cover, this is the lyric sheet, credits on the back, glorious copy on red vinyl. Rancid are probably one of my favourite bands. They're a band I listened to a lot growing up and a band that have been a massive part of my life for a long time. I've actually got to see them play this album in full at the Grows Rock Festival in Belgium, and that was insane. So good to hear all of the album tracks on this record. Anyone who's discovering punk for the first time, this is a perfect starting place. On the subject of punk, my next record is Ramones, Too Tough to Die. Here's the front cover, here's the back cover. This has actually got a printed dust sheet right there, just on black vinyl. This is one of the later Ramones records. It's definitely got a bit more melody in it than some of the others. I picked this up at a record fair, or I think browsing around in Bristol maybe. I definitely got it secondhand, and I'm a big Ramones fan, sincerely. I'm not just a Primark t-shirt wearing Ramones fan. They have been a really important part of my life, and I've never sadly got to see them. I remember having a conversation with one of my dad's friends saying how he saw the Ramones while he was at university. That kind of broke my heart a little bit. The next record I also have is the Ramones Rocket to Russia. I've shown this in one of my videos. I think I picked this up in Rough Trade in London, or I picked it up from the local record shop in Coventry, but I've shown this record before. It's a repress, so it's not really that exciting. It's just on a nice heavyweight vinyl. The records are going to get faster and faster, so this is Rambo, Wall of Death, The System. Here's the front cover, the back cover. It comes with this little booklet. It's a 7-inch square booklet, and it essentially provides a lyric booklet and kind of information. The vinyl is this grey splatter. I have 2 Rambo records. I'll show you the other one now. This is Rambo Bring It. Here's the front cover. Here's the back cover. This has a printed dust sheet like this, with the lyrics on the back, just on black vinyl. The record actually comes with a DVD. This is probably one of my favourite things because it gives you such an insight into the band. I used to get DVDs a lot with different CDs. It would be like this extra making of the record type thing, but this documents their tour across Asia, it documents their last show, and just the band talking about what they are. So Rambo essentially are a vegan straight edge band. They were out of Philadelphia. They have now broken up, but they play this like fastcore, really punksy type of hardcore that I think anyone that's into like crust or DB or even grind would be into. It's they don't take themselves too seriously. They have had like robots moshing at their shows. They've had people having literal all-out wars at their shows, and in the best fun possible way. Check out Rambo if you're into any vegan or straight edge bands. I think you'd enjoy them. The next few records are all by the same band, which is Radiohead. I have an entire video looking at this record. It's a Moon-Shaped Pool by Radiohead, and it's an unboxing video. I'll link that here and down there. This is Radiohead King of Limbs. Here's the front cover, here's the back cover. So it detailed that it would come with over 100 pieces of artwork. The pieces of artwork are actually these tiny little tabs that are perforated. I think they're meant to look a bit like acid tabs. It's obviously not for me. It does come with a proper sleeve, just here. Printed inner sleeve with the artwork on. The vinyl is on two 10-inch records. There's the other printed inner sleeve and the back of that. There's also a CD version of the record. And I guess the crux is this actually comes as a newspaper. Different parts of printed artwork, various propaganda. I'm not going to show you everything because it's just a really unique, immersive experience when you listen to the record and you have this newspaper to leaf through that's exactly associated with what's going on with the music. I actually really enjoyed The King of Limbs. It's one of my more favorited Radiohead records, and I think going ahead and doing that packaging thing has a really big impact on the listener so that they can be completely immersed in the music. I have two other Radiohead records. So this is OK Computer, the back cover. It's a gatefold. This has printed sleeves and it's on black vinyl. I know that they're re-releasing this record for its 20th anniversary, which is this year. Kind of hoping I get to see a lot of these songs when we get to go see Radiohead in July. I also have a copy of The Bends, the back cover. Again, just on black vinyl, the printed dust sheet. I think Radiohead do something for British music that is wonderful, and they give everyone an amazing introduction into that world of electronic, alternative music that has coming out at a time when Britpop was such a thing. They did such a diverse credit for the music industry in the UK, and I think giving a voice to a lot of alternative bands has been incredible. Next record I have is completely different. This is a split between Race Traitor and Burn It Down. Here's the back cover, single-sided printed inner sleeve. So that's the Race Traitor side, Burn It Down side. So I more got this for the Race Traitor side, which is incredible. I do like the Burn It Down side, that's really good. Have just reformed. They're going to be playing at This Is Hardcore in August in America, 2017. So go and see them. Race Traitor are playing shows. That'll be amazing. The next two records are by the same artist. I'll show them and then I'll talk about the artist. Punch, They Don't Have to Believe. Here's the front cover, here's the back cover. Printed inner sleeve and the back of that. I have a copy that's on yellow clear vinyl. I also have the original Punch self-titled LP. Here's the front cover, the back cover. Just has a lyric in the back of that. This is a really cool color record. It's like grey with white splatter. Let's talk about Punch. So they are a band from America, a vegan straight edge band. They've got that fastcore side of their music that Rambo have that I mentioned earlier in this video. They are very in your face. Megan, who does vocals now, does a band called Super Unison, which is a kind of, I guess, a continuation of that with a more mellow vibe. That last record, They Don't Have to Believe, is the last one they put out, and Super Unison forms shortly after that. Punch are great, like if you want fast, in-your-face, motivational hardcore that just tells it like it is. They are incredible and really worth checking out. The next record I have is a soundtrack. This is the Pulp Fiction soundtrack. Here's the front cover, here's the back cover. There's nothing dramatic about this record, it's just on black vinyl. I think this is a great soundtrack. There's a lot of soul, there's some rock and roll on it, and I really like how this film clip's included in the soundtrack too. Obviously, if you've not seen Pulp Fiction, you should definitely watch that film and you'll understand why the soundtrack's quite important to me. The next record I have is one of my favourite records again. This is Propaghandi, Today's Empires, Tomorrow's Ashes. Here's the back cover. The booklet this comes with, I assume, is a CD booklet. The vinyl's just on black. However, I think one of the most important things about this record is this. This is a book that says knowledge is power, arm yourself. Just by the size of the text you can tell that there's a lot of information in here. Every song has got an explanation that's incredibly detailed and comes from a real great point of learning. Propaghandi are such an important political band. They're from Canada. They are a vegan band and they have amazing political views. Very left-leaning, which obviously I am. And I think now more than ever, Propaghandi are a really important band. They address political issues not just in North America but across the world, and they are definitely one to radicalize people and get people interested in politics. Next record I have is a recent purchase. This is Prince with Purple Rain. Here's the back cover. It's just black vinyl, so I won't show you that, but here's the printed sleeve in the back of that. This is a pretty recent purchase. I was really saddened to hear that Prince passed away last year, and I have plans to get a Prince tattoo, so I will get that done. Prince's music meant quite a lot to me, and it was introduced to me around about that time I was discovering The Cure and Joy Division and The Smiths, and Prince came along, and it just fit perfectly in that world. Like a deep amount of funky and a lot of soul, but also like music that's very honest, and I really love that about Prince. The next record I have is a really special record. This is the Postal Service Give Up. Here's the back cover. This opens like a book. There's another inside panel there, and another one there. The LPs themselves aren't just on black, but it does come with a gorgeous book. This is like an expanded lyric book. So the Postal Service is Ben Gibbard and Jimmy Tamarello. I'm probably saying that wrong. Ben Gibbard is from Death Cab for Cutie, and this is like an electronic side project, and it was huge at the time that it came out, as Death Cab for Cutie were blowing up as well. I really enjoy this record. It comes with all of the B-sides and the remixes and Iron and Wine's cover of Such Great Heights, and this is a really beautiful package. If you're ever in doubt about buying Give Up, like, I do recommend getting that deluxe version. It's entirely worth it. It sounds incredible on the turntable as well. I have 3 more records to show you. The next record I have is Poison Planet, Ugly Truths Volume 1. Here's the front cover. Here's the back cover. It's probably one of my favorite images. It says there's a gun to this cow's head and your finger is on the trigger. Guess what? They're a vegan band. Just like a small printed booklet with the lyrics in there. Record itself is clear. This band is from America, vegan straight edge band. This is put out on Carry the Weight Records, and I think it was one of their really early releases, certainly for putting out American releases for them, and it's great. Again, fast, in your face, vegan straight edge hardcore. Worth moshing to and worth reading about as well. I've got lots of information. I feel like this is just a political vegan straight edge episode of my record collection, and they all fall under the letters R and P. Definitely have not shown this record before. This is Planes Mistaken for Stars, Mercy. Here's the front cover. Here is the back cover. This is the printed lyric sheet on the back of that. Really cool black and white split color vinyl. I picked this record up in Reykjavik in Iceland at Lucky Records. If you ever go to Iceland or you live there and you're not sure where to go buy records, Lucky Records is really great. They've got a lot of stuff on import and a lot of stuff from all around the world. Picked up a couple of LPs and this was one of them. Planes Mistaken for Stars are great. I've enjoyed their music for a long time. I've never got to pick up their record on vinyl, and it was a nice find to be able to pick this up while I was on holiday. The last 2 records I have shown, it was around my record store day pickups from 2016. So this is Placebo, Without You I'm Nothing. I also got Placebo's self-titled record. That brings us to the end of this video, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. There are more record collection videos for you guys to watch. I really appreciate it. If you did enjoy this, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you're vegan, straight edge, or you've got political opinions down in the comment section. We can have a chat about that. That would be really cool. And I will see you guys soon. Take care. Goodbye.